God damn it. Now I am double disappointed. Try to post links. We'll get this. We'll get this. Both men and technology, am I right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm right. Well, you know, I don't mind lurkers. I truly don't. But, you know, when I say I need a juice box, I mean I need a juice box. You ready for some hot juice box ASMR, son? Mmm. Delicious. Okay. Yeah, we're all set. I don't even hear any crickets today. How about that? Today is a Jekyll stream. Slurp that juice, you want some more? Ah, delicious. So, Hyde had a bit of a headache, right? He was, busy deciphering cryptograms of sorts, I guess. And his mind is just not up to things today. And that's where I come in. Yeah. See, while he's away, Jekyll is going to play. Ostensibly, this is a Minesweeper stream. I don't know if you remember Minesweeper, but it's an old man game from the era of the old man computer. They got rid of it. Can you believe that? Like, now it's behind a paywall. It's on the Microsoft Play Store. What's up with that? It's like taking away Microsoft Pinball. Juice. This is gonna be a shorter stream, probably, right? Because there are some things that I actually want to discuss. Minesweeper is good, but Pinball 3D was good too. You know, I was never very good with the pinball game, you know? Right? Right. I was never good with the pinball. Minesweeper was my jam, man. Yeah, just like that. The pinball, like, I liked the flashing colors as a kid. Yeah, Jekyll was pretty young back then. Oh, this is a bad start. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I wasn't very good with the pinball. So, we're gonna be talking about a few things. Things that Hyde doesn't usually talk about, right? Because Hyde's a pretty reserved man. So we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna expose some of his secrets. So first and foremost, I haven't talked about it yet, but my thoughts on VTubing in general, right? This isn't a debut or anything. Like, I'm not... I don't want to say I'm arrogant, but like, I'm not arrogant enough to believe this would count as a debut. You know what I mean? It's not like that. It's just me talking about my thoughts on VTubing. I'm not looking to grow so much the channel. You know what I mean? It's not the channel. It's me I'm looking to grow. Rather, it's Hyde who's looking to grow Hyde. Minesweeper. What are you, old? Yes, very old. But at least I have a juice box. So yeah, we're gonna be playing Minesweeper. I'm gonna be talking about my channel. I'm gonna be talking about my thoughts going forward. Yeah, because Hyde doesn't like to talk about those things. Jekyll will. Right? I'm allowed to expose him. So I'm not really looking to grow the channel. That's not the goal here. The goal is to grow myself. You know, self-improvement. WTF, that sounds like shitty smooching SFX. Well, I'll keep that in mind for the next BFE experience. Yeah. But no, that's a juice box. Orange tangerine. Yeah, I knew that. I knew that was gonna happen. So it's all about self-improvement, and for the longest time, you know, Hyde's been in a rut, you know? Like, he was in a dead-end job. No one wants to hear about that, so we're not gonna talk about it. What we're gonna talk about, instead, is how much fun Hyde is having being a VTuber. Like, I don't know, should we talk about the BFE video, since that's brought up? No juice box? You can be jealous of the juice box. The BFE video is definitely on the docket for today, but I think we're jumping the script a bit. Like, well, you know, Rora here is another one of those YouTuber VTubers, right? And the other one recently was Cam, but he's moving over to Twitch. That kind of makes Hyde a little bit sad, because, you know, we had this tight little knit group, friends on YouTube, supporting one another. And it's true, we're getting a lot of support from our brothers and sisters over on Twitch, but there is something sad about it, isn't there? Being a VTuber, it's fun if you don't chase numbers. That's exactly right, Sen. It's not about the numbers, no. It's really about making yourself a better person, and maybe along the way helping other people. I think that would be fun, if incidentally, on the side, I could help other people. I don't care what kind of content I have to put out to do that. Like, I would sell my soul in a heartbeat. If I can help someone, I don't see why I shouldn't. Or I should say Hyde. Hyde doesn't see why he shouldn't. Jekyll is a madman. You should never listen to Jekyll, kids. Never, never. But yeah. So it was pretty sad seeing that Cam is starting that switch over to Twitch TV. I mean, that's one fewer person here in our little tight-knit group of YouTubers. You have a soul? No. I sold it for some nachos down in New Mexico. It had to be, what, 50 years ago now? I'm an old man. Juice box. So you never tried Twitch even once. Don't make it sound like it's a drug. Hey kids, you wanna try some Twitch? You'll get hooked. You'll never feel anything like it again. No, I haven't streamed on Twitch. I've had a Twitch account for what? Pretty much since the platform came out. But I've never streamed on it. In fact, this channel is the first... Well, I can't say that. I do have another channel out there. Or rather, Hyde's other half has another channel out there. You'll never find it. You'll never find it. Drug and Twitch are the same. In a way, like, I can understand how some people might get addicted to content. Like, my philosophy behind creating content is it's pure escapism, right? It's gotta be pure escapism. No one wants to... I don't know. When you plug into Twitch or YouTube, you just want to escape, you know? You want to enjoy life a little bit more. And... should I tell you that story? Yeah, I'll tell you that story. Hyde doesn't care. Or Hyde isn't here to care, is the more accurate thing. So, Hyde used to be a researcher of sorts, and, he studied psychology a little bit. Or it's more fair to say he was a researcher tangentially related to the field of psychology. What he was a glorified data analyst. And when I say data, I mean qualitative data, right? That was his job. He was analyzing people's data. Their stories, essentially. Oh, we got a good one. This is not the script that I wanted to talk about, but I'll talk about that a little bit more. So, let's say it was related to technology, right? So he was studying people and their psychological relations to... Gotta be careful. Certain forms of technology. And these people, they had rough lives, okay? Very rough lives. Very demanding lives. That's not good. Look at this. This is a mess. So, some of those stories were pretty sad. But one of the things that Hyde determined was, people really like distractions. Like, they don't want to think about all the negativity in their lives. So designing technologies intended to help them think about those kind of problems in their lives, not a good design goal. No. It shouldn't be like that. You've got to try something else. Which is a real shame, because a lot of research in that field is all about gamifying things. Oh, if you turn it into a game, people won't care. Not true! That just reminds them of their horrible... Yeah, well... That's a downer topic, isn't it? Docstream. I did say that Jekyll would be exposing Hyde. You're not gonna find it. Like... Hyde isn't a psychologist, okay? Hyde was not a psychologist. The fact that he has publications in the field tangentially related is incidental, right? It has absolutely no bearing on his life at all. It was just one of those things I did, or he did. I'm sure you people have that, right? You've done things in your life that are unrelated to your field of study or your work. And you maybe have publications of your own, I don't know. I don't mean to say I'm special for it, I'm not. Plenty of people do it. Which is why I'm not too afraid of sharing that information. We're in a bad spot all around here, aren't we? But yeah. So, I was talking about Cam moving to Twitch, right? That's what I was talking about before you got me on a tangent about my prior work history? Yeah, I learned one thing and working for another law. Yeah, that happens all the time. People get into one thing, they want to get into another, or they have a need to go into another, or someone needs them to go into another. That was my thing. I was needed. I really do want to talk about this Twitch thing, but I guess I'm gonna have to talk about... Oh, am I gonna dox myself? Okay. I mean, it's a fairly common enough situation. Like, I am not classically trained in psychology, which is why I know for, like, a fact, you're not gonna find me if you look. But, I had to learn it intuitively as a kid. And I don't mean this to be a pity party, right? So don't take it as one when I say this. But Hyde is not an only child, right? Flip a coin. No, I'll talk. Few minutes of Hyde before sleep. Hey, Manasong. Glad you could finally manage making this. I'm gonna have to find my time to, make one of your streams. It's just been really tough. You stream at, like, the worst possible time for me. And it just so happens that everyone has been streaming at the worst possible times for me lately. I don't think I managed to catch more than Mog's stream yesterday. What was I talking about? Oh, psychology. Yeah. Don't make it into a pity party, because it's not. But Hyde is not an only child. In fact, he was the youngest child, but his oldest sibling happened to be a true blue psychopath, right? One of those manipulative liar types. Very narcissistic. Very... Yeah, okay. Very narcissistic, always self-serving. Yeah, I can't catch Mana Stream 2. Yeah, I know how you feel. 8 AM for me, oh god. Kay, thank you for coming. Time zones, why must they exist? Well, because the world is a globe, unless it isn't. You were my proxy for the Mog debut. Yeah, Mog's debut went pretty well. I liked his design. I didn't understand all the people speaking in Japanese in the chat. But you know, any kind of, Mesozoic VTuber. Definitely a big plus in my book. If we could get some Paleozoic ones, though, I might be a little bit happier. Gotta click until I open up an area. Yeah, like that. 3 AM here. Oof. You people. I appreciate y'all coming out at these weird times. I'm a flat earther now. Well, you know, just fall off the edge. Just fall off the edge. That's what I want to do. Just fall off the edge of the world. Okay, either sleep so late or wake up early. Yeah. I think that's fairly typical for most VTubers. What was I talking about? My intuitive childhood of psychology? Yeah, I had to learn how to read people very well in order to not be manipulated. That's what it came down to. And after that, I kinda got so good at it that I didn't need to study it in college. Like, I did take an intro course in college. Liberal arts education, you know? You have to take those kind of things. I mean, Hyde had to take those kind of things, right? Hyde. Not me. I go to sleep at 9 PM and woke up at 5 AM. Oh, aren't you healthy? What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be asleep? Didn't you say it was... Oh, 8 AM. Okay. Yeah, okay, you're fine here then. In fact, you're all fine here, you're welcome. Jekyll does not discriminate against time zones. Silurian, Ammonite, Chupa, Wen. Oh, I have a fine collection of... I'm not going there, that might actually dox me. You were talking about your brother. Yes, my oldest brother. Although, did I call him a brother, or did I say oldest sibling? I'm getting my streams crossed. Okay, well, he was my oldest brother. I probably said he. Or he was Hyde's oldest brother. Very manipulative person, very aggressive, and he would like to get you into trouble with various hijinks and shenanigans, right? Very aggressive. Not good. So I got so good at it in college that I was eventually recruited for research papers way outside of my field of study. I think you can guess by what I'm talking about, like my collection of things, that my field of study is not psychology related, right? That's just not there. You were talking about your brother. Oh no, I just realized I'm 15 seconds late. Gonna refresh app. Yeah, well, that's not on me. I'm pretty sure I set this to low latency. Entirely on you, if you're 15 seconds into the past. And that's kind of how I ended up, I guess with academic journal articles to my name way outside of my field. Like, just a very intuitive type of learning. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just very strange. And you'll never find me, so I don't mind saying that. Now, what was I gonna say? About Cam. We were talking about Twitch, him moving to Cam. We were talking about Twitch moving to Cam, because Cam does not move. Twitch moves for him. Yeah, he's like the Chuck Norris of the modern tuba. That whole situation's a bit sad, right? Ah, voice crack. I don't talk this much, usually. Like, the average person probably says what? Oh... I think the research on the average person says they speak between 6,000 and 20,000 words per day. Yeah, I don't. Like, for the past 8 years, I've probably talked for, I don't know, 100 words a day, at most. Hi, hello, how are you? I don't want to be here. Let me go home. That kind of thing, you know. What would you like for lunch? Expand videos and catch up. Yes, you can. Someone else taught me that one. Very good. I like to see people helping each other in chat. Such a supportive community, which is why it hurts to see someone having the problems that Cam has been having lately, right? I assume you all know Cam. He had some copyright issues, right? And I guess that's part of the reason he's leaving for Twitch. Twitch is much less restrictive. I don't really blame him, if I'm being honest. Like, I know his goals, because I've talked to him. And I understand that his goals are more aligned with a Twitch streaming atmosphere than a YouTube streaming one. But I'm not. My goals are aligned for YouTube. Like, I have no intention of monetizing anything right now. I just don't want to. It seems like so much of a hassle, right? I would have to put a self-employed tax form into things. I would have to worry about, I don't know, self-employed health insurance coverages based on employee coverages of another. It's just a nightmare. A mess that I don't want to hassle with, you know? It's not worth the 25 cents I might get per day. That's what it comes down to. Also, YouTube is much kinder on VODs, which, because I'm streaming from a potato, is actually pretty beneficial for me. Yeah. If I weren't streaming from a potato, maybe I would consider it. Yeah, I figured. Well, you can't win them all the time. What do we have here? Oh boy, 25 cents, that's right. They both suck in different ways, gotta be the real you. Yeah? Yeah, you gotta be the real you. You're the only one who can be the real you. Now that's one of the things I keep telling people. If you're not being you as a content creator, no one else will. I mean, what's your draw? You gotta be yourself. Otherwise, you're just like everyone else. No draw. Negative money. You know, that's a shame of it. It might actually end up being negative money if I actually did that. Like, it would probably... Like, my health insurance... Ah, you don't want to hear about my health insurance. I haven't been to the doctor in 8 years. Why do I even have health insurance? Juice box. Yeah, Jekyll definitely has juice boxes. That's a fun story. I haven't been to the doctor in 8 years. I don't like doctors. It isn't anything like needles or anything like that. I just don't like doctors. I should probably go, but no thanks. 6 times a year or so? Well, you know, it's probably recommended that you do. But I just don't like doctors. Don't like hospitals. Like, I've been to the emergency room a couple times, so it's not like I haven't been seen by people. What's he been to the emergency room for? You don't need to know. You don't need to know. I will tell you this, though. A lot of traumatic brain injuries in my history. All of my brain scans keep coming up clean, though. So, you know, there's that. I mean, all of Hyde's brain scans keep coming up clean. And it's ridiculous how many brain injuries I've had in my life. I need a helmet or something. Just gotta wear them 24/7. Maybe then, you know, I won't be so crazy. But I kinda like it. I kind of like being so crazy. It gives you a different perspective on the world. You just don't... I'm jumping script. Right, okay, so we've talked about the thoughts on VTubing, my philosophy, the negative money situation, right? So that's fine. Or stay at home and never move. Yeah, that would be ideal, right? Like, I do like to go outside, which is the one shame of things. People say you can't go outside if you're an introvert. That's not true. You just have to go where no one else is. So like hiking, fishing, those kind of things you can do just fine. Right? You don't need other people to do that. And you don't need to see other people to do that. I don't. That's why I like to forage and all that. That's not really what I wanted to talk about, though. What was I going to talk about? Alright, the BFE. Yeah, the big elephant in the room. I assume that if you're here, you've probably seen that I put out a BFE video. Yes? Show of hands if you watched it. No, you should walk at least 30 minutes every day. You probably should. Yeah, but that's easy if you live... Yes. I will say I am very blessed that I live outside of a city, not around people. I couldn't stand that. Hyde does not like being around people. Not one bit. Nope, 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 nope. It's not that I'm an introvert either, because I guess I kinda am. But that's not really what it is. Hyde just doesn't like being around people. They always have... I don't know. It always seems like people want something from me, you know? This is not supposed to be a pity stream. This is supposed to be me exposing Hyde's secrets, right? Don't you want me to talk about the BFE video? I thought people would want to hear that. Not me. Of course not you. I'm sure you didn't. What about 30 minutes in a house? Yeah, you can walk 30 minutes in a house. Like, I own a treadmill. You can own a treadmill and do that just fine. So, I live in the middle of the city. At some point, I just realized people outside don't even notice me. So I don't care that much anymore. Yeah. I suppose that would work. Like, I know I'm being paranoid. But it's just whenever people talk to me, it is usually for some reason. Isn't that why people communicate most of the time? Like, even if it's just to get to know someone, that's still a reason to talk to someone. And that's still something they want from you. To get to know you. Which is a flattering thing, if you think about it. But if I'm just going out for groceries or something, maybe I don't want to talk to people, you know? Maybe I don't want to talk to people. Maybe I just want to buy groceries. Yeah. Hyde is not a people person. He's not a cat person either. He doesn't have cat ears. What was I gonna talk about? Right, the BFE video, again. I assume some of you have at least seen that it exists. I don't know if you've seen it proper. If you have, I appreciate you watching it. It was very different content, but at the same time, it was actually... How do I say that? Well, let's say that Hyde put out some unlisted content for a very select group of people about 2 months ago, right? Back when he was still eating his microphone. Like this. He was eating his microphone. Like this. You like that? Right into your brainstem? Yeah, that's how I used to record. Not very good audio. And, the new BFE video is essentially the same script, a little bit updated, a little bit, with better audio, sound effects. It was really more of a proof of concept, right? Like, I wanted to see how much I had grown. That's basically what that video was. That's the nice thing about Germany. Nobody here talks to strangers. Yeah, I imagine that would be a nice thing. Just go out, do your business. not have to deal with anyone. Yeah, perfect. Go back home, relax. Yeah, I could see living in Germany then. I mean, aside from all the other things in Germany. Like Germany. Yeah. No, it's fine. Hyde is part German. Well, Hyde's an American mutt. Don't dox yourself, Hyde. Don't dox yourself. Well, it's too late. Jekyll is doxing Hyde. I'm not gay enough for BFE, but I know your voice can give tingles. You know, Mana, you're like the only one who has said that. Like, I don't see why people like my voice. It isn't very deep. I know it has a lack of emotion, so it can be very calming. I don't know if that would be soothing. But, yeah, the BFE itself wasn't well received. So, I don't know. I might do more of it in the future, I might not. We'll see how it goes. But I appreciate you saying I have a decent voice. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, I see. The same concept from artist drawing the same thing after 1 to 2 years. I'm not quite sure what that's referring to. Oh, yeah. When artists redo their old drawings. Yeah, it was the same thing. It was to gauge the difference, the growth. You have to have a standard, right? You always need a standard for comparison. Yeah. Hyde's not very good tonight at this whole Minesweeper thing. Or I'm sorry, Jekyll. Jekyll is not very good. Everything is a skill, so you gotta practice more. Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, this whole streaming thing is really just an excuse for me to practice being human again. Sorry, it's an excuse for Hyde to practice being human again. You see, again, I spent the last 8 years reclusing myself, talking very little to people. No more than I had to. And I was pretty happy with it. But I figured, let's give these people another shot, you know? Let's give the human race another try. See if they disappoint me any less. Maybe I can make it a little better. And that's really the intention here. Just to bring some distractions into people's lives and make them better. Because if they're happier people, maybe everybody will be happier people. You know? That's really what I want out of this. I want a happier... Well, I can't say world, because it's a very small community that I actually get to talk to, right? But I do want to see people happy. That makes me very happy. I think it should make other people... Yeah. I think it should make other people happy. Blaming Jekyll for everything... How convenient. Well, yeah. Yeah, there is a reason why I am Jekyll and Hyde. Like, that's the duality here. I get to blame myself for all of my problems. Which I think more people really ought to do. Like, not all of their problems. Some problems are outside of your control, and you've just gotta let that go. But some problems, you know, at least for me, most of my problems are my own, yeah. And I'm old enough, mature enough, old enough, whatever, to be able to admit that to myself. Most of my problems, most of the things I don't like about myself, they're my fault. Yeah, they're not the world's fault. If I don't like something about the world, well, I can take responsibility for that as much as the next person, can't I? Can't I try and make that better? Can't I? Well, I'm gonna try anyway if I can. Yeah, that's what Hyde wants to do. That's what Jekyll wants to, even if I am crazy. F. Is that... Did I kill someone? Or did I die? Are you still like 15 seconds behind in the past? Like, I know you're a dinosaur and you're probably what? 69 million years in the past? 67? Oh, it's been so long since I've studied that time scale. It feels like I'm 67 million years in the past, you know? When I'm talking about that time scale. This is gonna be a problem. Oh, no it isn't. Very easy. I typed F when you pressed the mine. So yeah, you're probably like, 5 seconds in the past. Maybe I should switch to ultra-low latency. Like, this is a Zatsu stream masquerading as a Minesweeper stream. But, I didn't want to exclude anyone, you know? In case their internet couldn't handle ultra-low latency. Like, I'll be honest here, my internet's fine most of the time, but even I have problems with ultra-low latency streams sometimes. They buffer, and I just don't like doing that to people. I'd rather set the buffer so everyone's equal, and we're all on the same page. So if I'm confused, you're confused, and everyone else is confused too. Yeah, something like that. And now we're stuck. No, we're not. We're not stuck. We got options. That's the great thing, right? There's always an option. Okay, so we talked about the BFE, right? We've talked about my thoughts on VTubing. I have a notepad here. Like, I could show you. You know what? I think that'd be pretty fun if I showed you. Let me see if I can show you. We'll add, what would this even be? Window capture? No. It's probably window capture, isn't it? It would have to be window capture. Notes. Okay. Yeah, it captures perfectly. So here are my notes, in case you want to see them. As you can see, very autistic. I have all of these nice things that I won't talk about. Yeah. Like, some of them are funny, but I'm not gonna be funny, right? Like, obviously, there's some stuff here that I haven't talked about yet. That's on the docket. Yeah. So I'm gonna close that. Get back into my game here. Get those notes back open on my screen, but not on yours. And there we go. Let's see what you guys are saying, because I see some scrolling. Yes, Hyde Docky. Secret script notes, yes. I like the bottom one. The bottom one. Cute old man niche. Man, you guys really read a lot while I showed you that for what? 20 seconds. Yeah, let's talk about shipping me, looting me, husbandoing me, whatever you want to do. Hyde doesn't care. Like, Hyde just wants people to be happy. And if any of that makes anyone happy, go for it. I don't care. I really don't. Like, I would be flattered. Like, hold on a second. Let me read this out, and let me show you what I wrote. Exactly. Okay. So here we are. Shipping me, looting me, husbandoing me. Oops. I don't really mind any of that. Like, I would be flattered. I don't have the nicest model, so that means people would be attracted to my personality, right? Right. That's right, I put the right in there. That's a huge compliment. In a lot of ways, it would be a purer form of affection than any relationship in real life, because my body is completely out of the picture. Yeah, oop. Ugh. Close that. You don't need to see the rest of those, do you? No, you don't need those. Like I said, I'm exposing Hyde tonight, and Hyde wrote these, not me. Oh, you saw the relationship stuff? Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know if I wanted to talk about that, but I guess I will. Yeah. Hyde is very pure, in a way. Hyde has only had 2 girlfriends in his life. Yeah, that's sad, isn't it? Except it isn't. Because let me tell you why. Hyde has never asked a girl out in his life. And yet he has had girlfriends. Can you do the math, chat? Little voices in your head? Yeah, yeah. Hyde is the type who... He has been approached more times than he has actually done anything. You know? I don't know what it is. There's something about me that people find... like, cute old manny. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to brag here, but I am a cute old man. And that's fine, you know? I don't mind being a cute old man. But... I'm, 8 years into a self... How do I want to say that? 8 years into a self-permitted... seclusion? Reclusion? So, especially in recent times, it's just... I haven't even thought about it, you know? It's one of those things, like, after a couple years, you just don't think about it. Yeah, you had something nice happen twice. Yeah, I was very lucky. I was very lucky. Like... How do I want to say this without sounding like a jerk? I've been asked out a lot. And, yeah. I'm always honored. I'm always flattered. I just don't see why, you know? Like, why me? I'm not particularly interesting. So, unless there's a good reason for it, I just usually say no. I gave it a try twice, which is a lot more than I usually would. Both times, they were persistent. So persistence pays off, I guess. But Hyde is a very slow burn, as it were. This is a very sad topic, isn't it? Like, I didn't even want to really... It's there to maybe talk about. But yeah, Hyde's a bit of a coward. He's not a murderous psychopath, he's not terminally ugly. He's just... a bit reserved. Very reserved. Not so nice. Save some cute girls for the rest of us? Yeah, I know, you want to start a harem. And by all means, go ahead. Go ahead and start your harems. You're allowed to brag a bit. I don't want to brag. It's not something worth bragging about, right? Like... This is a real downer of a topic. I don't even know why I wrote it. I thought it would be funny. It's not. It's not funny. Like, I thought I could laugh at Hyde and say, haha, look at him. Terminally, alone. But it's not funny. No. It's not that I regret sharing it. No. It's more that it's just not what I thought it would be when I shared it. And I'm sure we've all had experiences like that as streamers, correct? Yeah. So let's talk about something lighter. Let's talk about... being reserved is alright. I hope so. I hope so. Because I am very reserved as a person. Like, I don't share myself too often, so this entire stream is me coming way out of my comfort zone. Way out of my comfort zone. And that's one of the benefits of having Jekyll. So Hyde doesn't have to do it. Like... yeah. I can be someone else. I think that's one of the benefits of being a VTuber in general, though. You can be someone who you aren't. Like, I'm not a very open person, but now, because I have this mask of anonymity, I can be. I can be more open. I can try being human again. And who knows what that might entail. Maybe Hyde will warm up, he'll become less reserved, you know? Like, this whole community... I'm just gonna go on a love tangent here. I love this whole community. You have made me more human again. I feel like the Grinch who stole Christmas after, after returning all the presents. That's how happy this community makes me feel. And as far as my VTubing goals have gone, that self-improvement, I think I've already succeeded, you know? No, don't send the hearts. I don't know, I'm a viewer. Well, we'll get you there someday. You'll be more than a viewer. Trust me, there's a pipeline, right? That's what they always say. So, yeah, that was my love life. That was an interesting chat. Maybe I'll warm up. Maybe I'll feel more human. But I think it will, I don't know. I really don't. Like, I don't know what I have left to give anymore. I'm just an old man, you know? If I can put out BFE and make people's day, that would be about the extent of what I could probably do to make people happy. Yeah. Because I think everybody deserves happiness in their lives. Okay, not everybody. We all know some people who probably don't deserve happiness in their lives, but maybe if we give it to them anyway, we won't be able to make them happier, so they make us less unhappy. You know? The YouTuber community is really good. Everyone in the community has been helped in every way, or some way, I'm sure. Yeah. I really like this community. I truly do. I've been a part of other online communities in the past, and they've all had great people. But this one, there's something special about it. I feel a certain sense of kinship to the people in this community. Like, Hyde has some circumstances, right? Obviously, you're not this reserved for no reason. So, there are people in this community I feel closer to than pretty much anyone in recent life. Yeah. Like, I severed all of my friendships over the last 8 years, too. Most of them. Some people are still persistent, thankfully. They stuck around, and I appreciate the ones who did. But yeah, some of you people, and I'm sure you know who you are, I really appreciate it. I feel seen. I feel understood. I feel normal. Because there's a kinship. That's one of the things I really wanted to talk about, too. Kinship. You know? Good morning, Hyde. I hope your stream goes well today. Well, thank you, Leonore Layla. Did I say that right? Or is it Leonore Lila? Oh, you know, no one gets your name right, Lila? I'm sure that's very annoying. What was I gonna talk about? It wasn't on the notes, it was resonance, right? Lila. That's right. Yeah, Hyde has some familiar faces in here. You missed some of the sappy stuff, Lila. You really did. Like, Hyde has been exposing himself a lot lately, which is not as perverted as it sounds. He hasn't been exposing himself in that way, thankfully. As some of you may know, Hyde is a never nude, so he never exposes himself. But, yeah, no. You missed a lot of the emotional sappy stuff, where I was saying, oh, I love this community. I really feel kinship with a lot of people here, and I'm glad to be a part of it, and I want to keep spreading happiness in it whenever I can, and I'm gonna do that with my cute old man energy, because I think that'd be fun. Yeah. Good morning, Aurora. The more you explain, the worse it sounds. Yeah, that's one of the fun things about it. I like to take innocent, innocuous things and turn them as horribly as I can. That's one of my senses of humor. I don't think I've done that much, but I'm still a very reserved person, so I'm still very much in my shell. We'll get there. Yeah. You don't go out picking Edward Hyde as your model without having some macabre sense of humor. You know? Is the music still playing? Like, I'm sure it's very quiet. Yeah, it's still playing. Add chaos to lore. Why do all streams go wrong when I show up? Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's true. A lot of them do, but it's not your fault. It's not your fault. Trust me, it's mine. It was already bad before you got here, Lila. It was already bad. Like, you should have been here for the start when I was sipping on my juice box. Because yes, Hyde has a juice box. It's empty now, which makes him infinitely sadder. But that's fine. It's the little things in life that make you happy and sad, right? I think that's the saying. Ah yes, the good slurp. It was great. Okay, music at perfect level, that's great, fantastic. I don't like loud music, it makes it very hard to clip things. So, yeah, that's not exactly the best reason. Probably not great for user experience or viewer experience, but yeah. It is what it is. I get most of my views from clips these days. Hi, Iria. Fantastic to see another familiar face. Oh, your clip. I don't know if I said it enough, but it was fantastic and I loved it. I laughed because of how serious you made it. Because I knew I was going to clip the same thing, but I was going to turn it as far to the opposite end of that as I could. So it was fantastic seeing your own vision for that. I really appreciated it. Yeah, good fun. You never like to... C5s. What's your win-loss ratio so far in this Minecraft stream? Yes, my Minecraft stream. I have won 0 games out of probably like 10 now. Thank you. No, thank you. Minesweeper, sorry. Yeah, 0. 0 out of whatever I played. I didn't even get through half of this list yet. Like, we only talked about shipping and looting me, and the BFE video, and, right, my thoughts on VTubing. Then you tangented me into being all gushy and mushy. Yeah. Which is good, because I needed that after the depressing topic of my relationship history. Oh god, it was such a horrible... No, I'm good. No, I really don't mind. Dude, I love Sweepcraft. Same. I love Sweepcraft. Zerg Rush, right? WTF did I miss? Well, you missed a lot. You missed a lot, yes. You should see the notes. So, next on the notes is the idea of a Hyde Docky. So, a Hyde Docky Makara? You all know what those are, right? You degenerates. I know you know. But, yeah. I realized that if I ever get big, or if my BFE ever gets big, I don't know how much more of that I'm gonna do. It's not well received. People aren't liking it. Like, it's getting a lot of views, but people are not seeming to enjoy it. And maybe that was the poor writing, but again, that was all about trying to redo what I did for the... Well, you know where I did it. Whether or not you saw the original video depends on how long you've been around. But it was there. No, please go into great detail. I actually don't know. What is that, Aurora? I don't know. What exactly did you want more detail on? I was kind of rambling there. It's just some pillow. Oh, okay, you don't know what a Docky is. A Docky Makara is a body pillow, usually with a picture of a cute anime girl on it. It doesn't have to be a cute anime girl. It could be a cute anime boy. I'm not going to judge. It could be anything. It could be a porcupine. Maybe you really like porcupines. Or it could be a cute opossum. I really like opossums. They eat ticks, which is nice. Oh, that reminds me of a story I told in another stream. I hope no one finds that story. Cam got me to tell it. I'm not going to tell it again. There's another loss. I know. Yeah, the one with 2 sides. Yes, exactly. I didn't know the Japanese name. Well, it's a rare day that ol' Hyde here knows Japanese that others do not. So I feel good about that one. Should I though? Should you? Think about that. What kind of degenerate are you when you know that? Well, here's the thing. I read a lot of light novels. Like, a lot of light novels. And all of my favorite light novels tend to be isekai trash. Like, I don't know what it is about isekai trash, but I really enjoy it. There's something fun about going to a new world. And it doesn't matter how awful the writing is, I will read it. Currently I am reading one, a fan translation, because again, I don't speak Japanese. Can't. Not a word other than Dakimakura, apparently. It's called My Life Reincarnated as a Little Fairy, and it's about a girl who gets reincarnated as a little fairy. That's all. Like she causes chaos, and it usually ends up better for the kingdom she's living in because of her chaos. She accidentally solves problems, it's great. You write isekai trash, great, I'd love to read some someday. I have chocolate, rem, vanilla, and tachibana from Angel Beats. Oh yes, the Dockies. We were talking about Dockies, weren't we? Wish I had one. They're cute AF. What's your favorite isekai trash? I'm really a big fan of Loner Life in Another World right now, but my favorite series had to be Lazy Dungeon Master. And, oh, it's so ironic because I hate feet. But Lazy Dungeon Master, the guy has a foot fetish. Yeah. So it was very tough reading it. I wish I was a little fairy. Yeah, so do I sometimes, you know? Like having all of that unbridled magical power. I want the wedding gram figurine. Yeah. I don't actually own any figurines. Like, I keep most of my otaku hobbies pretty under wraps. Again, I'm a pretty reserved guy. I don't talk about myself too much to other people. You guys currently know more about me than most people in my life know about me. And that's just from watching this one... How long's it been? 57-minute stream. And we're not even through the docky yet. You are what you read. I do not have a foot fetish. Okay? I like socks. I do not like feet. There is a difference. Or are you calling me isekai trash? Because that would be pretty sad. That would be very sad if you were calling me isekai trash. You wouldn't call me isekai trash, would you? You wouldn't do that to me. Not Old Man Hyde. Old Man Hyde? Oh, he feels bad now, being called isekai trash. No, I'm fine. Rory, you're on fire today. Yeah. That's me. Yep, I understand. Good. I don't know why, but I like both of the Otome game isekais that came out lately. The Otome games... Oh, there have been a bunch of those. I couldn't tell you how many of those I've read. Like the one about the mob in the Otome game. I really liked that one. Then there was one where... Oh... I shouldn't talk about that one. That one was 18 plus. Look, I only read the isekai trash for the isekai. Yeah, that's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. But in this case, it's actually true. I will read anything if it's isekai. I've read Mushoku Tensei, I've read ReZero, I've read pretty much all of them. My favorite one, well, my favorite lesser known one, was about a guy getting reincarnated to make pizzas in an elven forest with an elf bride. Can't remember the name of it. It was a one-off. I wish they would have written more about that one. That was really fun. Yeah. The mob one was your favorite? It's a good one. Thigh Highs and Mary Janes. Ooh, stockings and heels. Oh, we're not talking about Hyde's, preferences here. No. I'm exposing other things, right? Yeah, you don't need to know about Hyde's preferences. Yeah, right. Have you read The Overlord? Yes, I have. The only Overlord light novel I haven't read yet would be the final one. I think it's 17. And that was only because it didn't come out translated for, I don't know, what's it been, like, it was like a 2-year gap I just didn't have time to read it yet. And I don't feel like going back and rereading the entire series, and I know I would have to for Overlord. Otherwise, I would just be completely lost. ReZero is hard to follow, though. Yes, it is, which is why I stopped reading it after, like, chapters or volume 7. Don't know how far that fan translations have gotten. I don't know. I think they got to Beatrix being contracted. That was the last light novel I read. Maybe 13? Is it music? Debussy or Chopin? Debussy. Yes, it's Chopin. It's all on YouTube's audio library. And I really liked Chopin. Chopin's probably my classical favorite. Yeah, his nocturnes. Ooh, good stuff. I used to listen to those all the time, just walking at night, outside, like some kind of heathen. I was so young. Sword Art Online. I didn't get into Sword Art Online. It's not really an isekai, is it? Sword Art Online is what I would classify as a deep dive VM or VR MMO type. And that would go for Bofuri too. Although I did like Bofuri. Bofuri was pretty good. Yeah. Maple's cute. I do like cute chaos characters. Yeah. So young, popularity made, isekai pop up everywhere. Come to think of it, what was probably the first isekai that came out? I don't know. When we're talking anime, I'm pretty sure Death March was out there. And Death March is another one of my favorites. Death March, Harakara, something something something. Favorite classical song? Oh, that's too tough. If we're talking about overall favorite, probably Moonlight Sonata. Everybody says Moonlight Sonata, right? I'm basic. I like Moonlight Sonata. I like sonatas, I like nocturnes. I like, slower music. And I like piano a lot. I can't play piano, but I really like piano. Yeah. Creature character in Overlord the most. Very good choice. Very good choice. Maple was cute, but too repetitive at some point, though. Yeah, your opinion is correct. The thing about Bofuri was, after she got her demon form, there was just that power creep that you see in a lot of bad anime. Or, you know, a lot of bad storytelling in general. Like, where do you go after you get powerful enough to kill a god? Where do you go from there? It's not killing more gods, is it? You kill some kind of cosmic overlord god? Because that's what usually happens. Canon D, yeah, The darn is normie taste, yeah. But Sonata is amazing, there's no shame in choosing that one, sure. Faust Overture. Toccata and Fugue. Firebird Suite. Not bad taste. You all have pretty good taste. Physical CDs of all of those. Even if no CD player. Why do you have CDs if you don't have a CD player? Do I want to know? Do I want to know? Did a monitor lizard bring them in for you? Is that what happened? I don't know where to go from here. Ah, here. Have a bunch of CDs. You know what? No, I do understand, because I have a bunch of CDs and I don't have a CD player anymore. But that's because I had a car with a CD player, and now cars are all Bluetooth. Ugh, I hate Bluetooth. I'm an old man, I don't like technology. Like, what am I doing VTubing, right? You don't like technology? What are you doing? You are tech... That's what I get. Collectability. I see, okay. I do like how shiny CDs are. They're very collectible in that sense. What's your favorite character in Overlord? Ooh. Another light novel I really liked despite it being not an isekai was Danmachi, especially after a deep dive into the monster psyche. I haven't really given Danmachi a try, but I've heard good things. For your question about Overlord, I really liked the, the maid, the one, Entoma, I think it was? The cute bug one? I really like the cute bug maid. I also like the werewolf maid, but for different reasons. Yeah, yeah. Do the same, Rora. Whenever someone says Overlord, I can't forget the lizard scene. Ah, yes, the lizard scene. I'm surprised they animated that. When I read that in the light novel, I was like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you writing this? And you know what? It's fine. That's just part of life, right? Or is it especially bad because you're a dinosaur and dinosaurs are close to lizards? Is that what it is? Like you're a bipedal lizardy-ish thing? Is that why it's so weird for you? I could see that. Like, I would be very weirded out by monkeys if they were a monkey scene instead of a dinosaur scene. Or not a dinosaur scene, but yeah, a lizard person scene. Yeah, I could understand that. Ah, her. Sadly, the maids are not that much elaborated on after some point in the... Yeah. Yeah, well, you know, at least the light novel has all the characters, right? When we're talking anime, I don't know, I haven't seen the recent series, or... Yeah, the most recent season. I haven't seen it. So I'm probably a season behind. But I know they didn't have Albedo's sister. Rubedo, I think it was. They're all based on classical alchemy, right? Yeah, the reddening, the whitening, the blackening. But those are all actual words that I'm using, yeah. It's bad because they're watching. Well, that was the point of it. Like, Momonga was... Well, it wasn't Momonga. It was the human soul inside of Ainz, right? That we used to call Momonga. He was supposed to show you that he was slowly losing touch with his humanity at that point, right? Because his emotions are getting suppressed by his transformation. But he's also becoming more... or less human. Yeah, he's becoming less human over time. I think that's why that scene was included in the light novel. But to see it actually animated, fantastic, good job. Why do you do these things, Japan? The last anime season was meh. Yeah. I think the last season was about the dwarves with the dragons. I didn't really like that arc in the light novel. I thought it was superfluous. It didn't really add much, you know? It tried to flesh out the world, I get that. But really what I want to know is, does he ever find players again? And that was the other kingdom, like the Dragon Kingdom or whatever it was, that we needed to see. I like, again, I haven't read the last book, I haven't seen the last season of the anime, so I don't know. Same area. What did Iria say? I need to watch Overlord now to learn about the lizard scene. Yes, you do. I believe it's season 2. It's fantastic. It might be season 3. I don't know how many seasons there are anymore. Hyde's brain is all muddled. I think I can get catched by any isekai that has empire building in it. I don't like the slow builds. Despite it being completely shitty. Yeah, I understand that completely, though. It doesn't matter how shitty an anime is, or an isekai. I will watch it. Even if it's not my cup of tea, I will watch it. That doesn't seem right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. No, it's right. Yeah, Overloot. We can't really watch copyrighted content here, can we? No. I wish I could. Holy Kingdom arc animated? Yes, that would be fun. Only like the stupid isekai. What is the stupid isekai? Haven't watched your favorites. Well, I haven't told you all of the ones I've watched. Like this season, there is an isekai about a vending machine. Reincarnated as a vending machine. And I thought I would hate that, right? Like, I skipped over that. I did not read the light novel when it came out. I was like, there's no way this is any good. It's about a vending machine. And how wrong I was. It's actually a fantastic dissection of what it means to be useful to a community. It's one of my favorite isekai anime of the year. And there have been, what? A good number of them. At least 5 or 6, because I watched them. I haven't watched your favorites. No Game, No Life. Yeah, No Game, No Life. That one's actually an isekai. But it's not my cup of tea. You seem to like the gaming isekais. And that's fine. You're allowed to. But I don't really like the game ones. I like the fantasy world ones. Those are my favorites. Game ones are kinda... I don't know. Too modern. It's too close to reality. Like I knew that was gonna happen. I can envision getting to a VR state where we could actually do those kind of things in real life. That's my take on that. No Game, No Life is one of my favorites. Well, I don't mean anything by saying that it's not one of my cup of teas, you know? If you like it, you should enjoy it. That's why there's so much diversity in content out there, right? Yeah, I love gaming. Yeah, I kinda figured. Anyone in this hobby, they probably do enjoy gaming. Like, I'm probably the odd one out here. What am I doing here as a VTuber? Playing Minesweeper to a crowd of what YouTube says is 1 people? These counts are not correct, are they? I just wish more weird animes would come out, like Glepnir or Olympia Kyklos. Yeah, that's correct Greek, right? I can't really say that though, can I? Like that word, it's too close to another word that will get me banned if I say it any louder than I did. Yeah, sad. Like 3 years ago, the movie was good. Many animes each season, but nowadays I cannot follow most anymore. It's tough to find time, it really is. Why do you have a cricket in the corner? Well, that's because I have a cricket in the corner in real life, right? You probably can't hear it because it's in the opposite corner today, but some days it's in the corner behind me, and you can really hear it. And when I say I have a cricket, I mean there are probably dozens of them. I can only see one cricket. Yeah. Like every day, I find new little bits of cricket on my first floor. Because my cat, she likes hunting them. But she doesn't kill them. She only maims them. And she leaves them to hop around on the, floor with their little legs all about. But here's the weird thing, right? Like, I rarely find the rest of the cricket. I usually only find, like, a leg here or there. Like, what is happening to the rest of the cricket? She doesn't eat them. I know that. She does not eat them. Maybe other crickets are eating them. I don't know. Maybe I have monitor lizards. Hard to say. Night Sun, thanks for stopping by. I know it was late, and I appreciate you being here. Yeah. It's always nice to see familiar faces. Don't feel bad if you have to go. In fact, let me just say this straight out. Don't feel like you have to watch my content in general, like ever. I love it when people watch my content. It makes me all happy inside, and I appreciate the support. I really do. But I know life is busy, right? And you can't always be supporting, well, everybody. You can't always be supporting me especially. But I appreciate anyone who shows up. I appreciate anyone who says hi, comments on my videos, watches one of them. You don't have to watch them all. I know my interests are weird. Like I did a whole poetry reading stream. And this whole Zatsu-like stream where I'm playing Minesweeper, I understand. If it's not your cup of tea, please do not feel obligated to watch. That is my heartfelt plea to all of you. Please, please enjoy yourselves. That's all I ask. What, your cat's name? You're not getting a cat's name. Cat's name is Dox. You're not gonna get me to dox my cat. You can deep fry them? I know you can eat crickets. I used to feed them to... I used to have a pet Anoli, right? And being the weeb I was, I named my, Anoli Sakura? Yeah, I know. It's because she had pink pouches, right? She was a cutie. with those pink pouches. No, but I wouldn't want to eat them myself because a lot of them have nematodes, so you gotta pull the heads off and hope the stomach comes with the heads. So you're only really eating the crunchy legs and thorax. What? It's morning for me, like almost 8 AM. Zatsus are always fun, in my opinion. Well, I appreciate you staying here, Layla, Layla, Lenore, Leonore, Layla, Lila, Lila. Yeah, I appreciate you being here at almost 8 AM. I wasn't really planning on streaming this long, and I still haven't gotten through most of my list. I don't know what we're gonna do about that, but yeah. If you feel sleepy, by all means, head out. Don't let me keep you here, just so I can ramble on. Like almost 8 AM. Pet what? Yes, Anole. A-N-O-L-E. Lizard. Tiny cute little lizard. With the most adorable little rubbery skin. They're really adorable little things, like the females especially. They get these pouches. Oh, they're such sweethearts. I would let mine run across my arm. She was adorable. I had a little terrarium for her with a heat lamp. Why am I talking about my pet lizard? I haven't even thought about my pet lizard in probably 10, 15 years. Okay, we're going back to the topic at hand, right? So, Dakimakuras. I believe we were talking about Dakimakuras. I like your pet lizard. Thank you. Unfortunately, she was a childhood pet, so she passed away a good while ago. Which is sad. I liked her. Yeah. But it's okay, because that was a while ago. And to be honest with you, I mean, everyone has a pet that they've lost over their childhoods, I'm sure. Unless they have allergies, in which case, I'm sorry you can't have pets. There are hypoallergenic pets out there for you. Yeah, like a fish. You can get fish if you have allergies. Yeah, we were talking about Dakimakuras, right? I don't mind if anyone makes a Daki of me. In fact, if you do, send me a picture, and I will rate it for you. I will give you anywhere between 1 and 5 stars. But here's the thing, if you're gonna do it, you gotta go all out on it, right? You gotta go all out. I don't want anyone to half-ass their Hyde Dakis, okay? Hi Bunkum. I don't think I've been able to make it to one of your streams either. I'm gonna have to really try and wake up during the middle of the day like a normal human being. Yeah, I really am. I was doing some late night work, but now it's 4 AM, so I sleep. Well, thank you for showing up, Mana. It was good seeing you. I will definitely try and catch one of your streams as well. But again, Hyde does not have normal sleeping hours. Hyde is not a sane man. That was a long detour, not a complaint. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what was going on. So, back to the Dakis of me. If you do make a Daki of me, send me a picture. I want to see it. I definitely want to see it. But, here's the thing. If you want to be authentic, you've got to get the smell right. So, I realized that a lot of VTubers don't describe their smells to people, which I find weird, because smell is one of the most closely associated things to memory. So if you really want to get a good Dakimakura, it has to really smell like the person, right? I think it does. Bye, Mana, bye-bye. Hyde is an owl. Hyde is an old man. He's wizened like an owl, so I'll take that as a compliment. I'm owling right now too, since it's 3 AM. Well, thank you for showing up at 3 AM, because it's 3 AM for me as well. 2:58. Hyde smell, that's right. Yeah, we're talking about Hyde smell. Crickets. You hear the crickets now? How do you even know what you smell like? Trust me, I know what I smell like. I'm very concerned about my smell. Yes. You can't sense your own smell. Yes, I can. I absolutely can. Just the perfume? I don't really use perfume. I do have colognes, but I don't use them all too often. Like, that's a going out kind of thing. Like, I put on cologne if I have to go out. Very rare. Brazilians are very perfumed people, so you can be sure I smell of fresh cologne. Yes, cologne's always great. But, yeah, I don't wear it usually. Now I buy. Bye, Mana! You smell of crickets? Yes, I absolutely do smell of crickets, right now, because I am sitting on a floor. A cold concrete floor. I have a desk. I just don't like streaming from it. It doesn't feel right. So, I have boxes. I was gonna talk about that damn docky, wasn't I? Well, why do people keep distracting me from the docky? I just want to tell you what I smell like, okay? Is that so wrong? So, yeah. Sitting on the floor feels right. Yeah, it actually does. It's really cool because it's made of concrete. And that feels nice, you know? Because here's the thing, right? Hyde does not like being cold. He hates the cold. Absolutely hates it. So, are you actually gonna enjoy this story? Maybe you will. Like, when I do laundry, I just wait until I run out of the thing I need most. And usually it isn't anything like underwear or shirts or pants. It isn't anything normal, right? Hyde is always wearing thermal pants, like underneath his pants. He has a layer of thermals. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Not the long johns that go over the entire body. Just the pants section of those. Those thermal, soft, cottony things. You know? Am I talking to myself here? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? He really wants us to know. Yeah, I do want you to know. It says why you're derailing me, then quickly derails himself right after. I'm trying to work on it. I really am. I really am trying to work on this. Like, that's why I have this note sheet, right? So yeah, well, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna look at the note sheet. We're gonna bring that back. Notes. Yeah, just like that. So let's see here. We're gonna get rid of this one. I don't like that. Yeah, okay. Here's where I smell like. The doing unspeakable things to a Hyde docky section of my notes. Can you read this? Is that good? Can you all see this? You saw the smell spoiler. Yes. He is trying, but failing epically. Ah, it's the multiple personalities. You're all right. It's the uncountable number of times I've gotten brain damage. So, yeah, I really don't care what you do if you do get a docky of me. Like, I will be flattered if you do anything to a docky of me, because look at my face. Do you see this? It is plain, it is flat, and although I like how stylized it is, I recognize it's not, how do you say this? The most, you know, tingly of faces, right? So if you get a docky of me, it's not the face. It's not the face. It's me, right? And I would be flattered by that. So if you want to do unspeakable things to your docky, by all means do it. But you gotta get the right smell. And first of all, what does that smell like? So, my hair? Irish Spring soap. I do not use shampoo. I do not like shampoo. I don't believe in shampoo. I use bar soap for everything. And the bar soap I like best is Irish Spring, because it smells fresh. And I like that smell. Yeah? What do we have here? The Hyde documents. Yes, the Hyde documents. I am showing you behind the curtains. We can see that. Good, good. No one buys a docky only for the face looks. I don't know. I'm pretty sure some people buy dockies for only the looks. Especially on the reverse side, but you can't show out when, you know, you have parents over or something. Yeah. I don't have any dockies, just so you know. Throwing that out there. Irish Spring soap. Yes. Old Spice. Yes. So here's the thing about Old Spice, right? I have been using Old Spice deodorant since I was very young. Very young. since I've needed deodorant, okay? Since I hit that phase. And that's saying something. Because back then, Old Spice was a deodorant for very old men already. Like, it is not what it is today. It was before the Terry Crews era of Old Spice that I started wearing Old Spice. Because my grandfather used to wear Old Spice, right? And I like the smell of my grandfather. Not in a weird way, I just like the smell of his deodorant, his cologne. So I kind of took that for myself. So I smell like my grandpa, a little bit. And yeah, pipe tobacco. I'm really sad because one of my favorite pipes actually broke today. You know what I mean? Like, it came apart. It degloved itself, is essentially what happened. And if you don't know what degloving means, don't look it up. It came apart, okay? Yeah, sorry if that ruins the husbando image, but Hyde is a very honest person, and Hyde wants you to get the right experience, right? So if you're gonna go for that kind of thing, go all the way for it. I don't like people going half measures. That's all. So that's Hyde's smell. So now you all know what Hyde smells like. You can recreate that whenever you wish. And chat is going crazy. No one buys a Docky only for looks. Exactly, Irish Spring. We've already been there. Irish Spring gave me dry hair. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Here's a fun fact. I haven't had a haircut in 5 years. I have a lot of split ends that I need to get taken care of. Again, been reclusing myself for 8 years now, which really makes me question why anyone would want a Docky of me in the first place. Like, you got this old hermit dude just reclusing himself from all of society for 8 years. Why would you want that? What would make you want that? I don't know. I definitely question the tastes, but I'm not going to stop anyone if they want to do it, you know? What is your choice of cologne? I really like Old Spice's cologne. It's even spicier than the deodorant. Not that I've tried it. I mean, I have licked it. Accidentally. Like, you get it on your wrist, because that's where you apply your cologne, right? To the wrist, back of the neck, the undercarriage sometimes. And sometimes you lick your wrist and you taste the cologne. Not very good. It doesn't taste good. No. No, look it up. Do not look up degloving. Old Spice is cool, it's okay. Yeah, like, it's cool now, but it used to be very old man back in the day. No, trust me, it'll be fun. It will not be fun. Do not trust Iria on this one. I can fix him. I don't think you can fix me. Like, I've had too many brain injuries. Like, if you look at all of the injuries on my body over time, I would say 90% of them have been to my head. Like, I've never broken a bone. I've just cracked my skull a few times, you know? It's one of those things. I mean, me too. My hair's cut here in my bedroom with some cheap-ass scissors I bought. Yeah, it's tough to go outside for haircuts when you don't feel like going outside at all, let alone haircuts. Yeah. I take care of my mustache a lot better than I take care of my hair. You can't see that I have a mustache, but I do. I have a mustache. I CGI it out like, Henry Cavill in Superman. Yeah, it's red. Yeah. Most people wouldn't expect that, but it's a red mustache. Doxing myself again. Never trust Iria. Good advice. Have you shaved your beard? Or do you look like an old admiral at the sea? I do maintain my facial hair. Yes, I do. I like it to be neat because otherwise, like, if you're chewing on something, the little mustache hairs get in between your teeth, and then you chomp on mustache hair. Oh, and whenever you're drinking something hot, like, I enjoy coffee. I drink a lot of coffee. But when your mustache fills up with coffee and there's foam in it, that just feels grody to me, you know? I don't like that. So I've got to keep it neat. Gotta keep the mustache neat at the very least. Mustache. We'll never win in Minesweeper, won't we? Again, the Minesweeper was just... like, I don't feel confident with Zatsus. I don't feel confident with talking to anyone in general. I haven't talked more than 100 words per day in probably 8 years, except for streaming content now. And I think you can tell that because my voice is getting a lot better. Like, I'll think about sharing the unlisted video so you can get a better understanding of how much my voice has improved. Like how human I am now, instead of whatever the hell I was before. Like, even just a month or two ago. The change has been so drastic, it amazes me. Like, if you could see the pure joy on my face, I think you'd be very happy. I think that's the kind of expression I have on my face right now. Just childlike wonder, and joy, and glee to finally feel human again. You know? Right? Right. I think so. And let me see. Ooh, I've missed a lot in chat. Worst part about haircuts for me is the hairdresser feels like she needs to talk to me. Yes, absolutely. It's even worse at dentists though, right? Like, I always go to the dentist, even though I don't like dentists. And here's a fun fact about me that I don't really talk to, or talk to people about too much. I never lost a tooth naturally. Like, all of my baby teeth had to be pulled from my mouth. So I'm pretty good with needles. That's fun. Yeah. But I don't like the dentist, because I don't believe in fluoride. Like, I don't believe it exists. I don't believe fluorine is a thing. You know, it's not a molecule that exists. I don't believe in it. I think it's a big conspiracy, and people are, I'm not playing Minesweeper, am I? Did we finish talking about the Docky? I think we did. Just exists there. She doesn't let me just exist there. Yeah, no, yeah. People are like that. They assume you want to talk to them. I've been avoided going to the barber for about 2 months because they keep trying to talk to me and I start sweating. Yeah, I hear you there too. That's why I always buy the extra strength antiperspirant versions of Old Spice. Because I don't like being outside with people either. I understand you, Iria. I understand. Hate facial hair. I will definitely laser it as soon as I have the money. K. Facial hair is very nice to have when it's cold outside. Again, Hyde hates being cold. So when I have to go outside, having facial hair is a lifesaver. It's just an extra layer of insulation. Like, I don't have much insulation to my body, right? I kinda need it. That's why I wear thermals all the time. Hyde is becoming human again. Yes, I am. We are softening him. Well, you're trying. You're trying to soften him up. We hear the pure joy in your voice. I'm glad if you could hear it. I really am, because sincerely, it was there. What was wrong with your teeth? Nothing. I just have, very long roots. My baby teeth. They had very long roots, and they, didn't fall out or decay or anything, so if I didn't get them pulled, my adult teeth wouldn't come in straight. Not that it mattered anyway, because I had to have braces for what? 10 years? God, that was awful. And not just one time either, I had to have, like, braces twice. 2 different orthodontists. It was awful. Absolutely awful. I lost a lot of teeth from OSHA violating playgrounds and climbing too many roofs and trees. I am not surprised. Lucky. Baby teeth, I mean. Well, I was hoping it was baby teeth. I really was. I identify with hating being cold. I bring blankets with me everywhere. Yeah, I'm always in a sweatshirt. Like, I can't stand the cold. Just awful stuff. When my feet get cold, I get cranky and irritable. I can't stand it, because I'm an old man. Yeah. Like, my hands can get cold, but my feet need to stay warm. Otherwise, I'm just miserable. But the cold is so nice. It is nice, but I don't want to be out there with cold feet. If you've ever had cold, wet feet out in a blizzard or snowstorm, and you're shoveling snow, it just makes it so much more miserable, doesn't it? Like, I can't be the only one to feel that way. I would rather have cold, freezing hands, like near frostbite levels of cold, than to have just slightly damp or slightly cold feet. No thank you. Not for me. like wearing more clothes anyway. Without body hair, you can have an extra layer of cloth on you. Yeah, I guess you could, but I think the hair on my face probably keeps it a lot warmer than putting a scarf on. Yeah, there are some hassles to wearing scarves when you, at least over the nose, when you have to, well, I'm not gonna dox myself any further. There, yeah. 10 years. Yes, I did have braces for about 10 years. It was very sad. Not that I was made fun of for it or anything. I went to a very kind high school, believe it or not. So, no, I wasn't bullied as a kid. I had a pretty, I don't want to say normal childhood, but I definitely had a less extreme childhood than many of you might have had. So I feel pretty blessed about that. Braces for 3 years, and that was considered long. Yeah, my case was a bit special. Again, I have weird genetics where my teeth are, really long-rooted. So the odds of me losing them to anything but cavities is pretty small. Rura, your life breaks my heart. Yeah, it is a pretty sad life. Like, I keep talking to people and, yeah, these stories that I keep hearing, oh, I don't know how to feel about them. I had teeth pulled for braces. Yeah, not fun. It really isn't. What is snow? I could show you about a foot of snow, but I'm not going to because that would dox me. I am nowhere near snow. Yeah, I guess not in Australia. There are very few places in Australia where it snows regularly, I think. I would have to look. It's probably an elevation thing. Just on one mountain. Yeah, there are probably a lot of places. Like, I understand if you don't have seasons. But, I do, and I don't like it. Because snow is not fun to shovel. You weren't bullied as a kid. Yeah, I wish. Wait, Erie is from Australia. Yes, he is. No, I really wasn't bullied as a kid. In fact, again, because I had a psychopath for a brother, I had to learn how to get along with just about everyone, right? So, I got pretty good at mediating things, right? Yeah, right. I got pretty good at being able to listen to everybody and understand from where they're coming. And I think that made it so people didn't want to bully me as a kid. Like, my friends were as diverse as the jocks, like the quarterback on the football team, to the band and choir kids, you know? Everyone in between. I hung out with pretty much everyone, yeah. And there was no bad blood. I don't think anyone actually had a bad word to say about me. Which is nice, I guess. I mostly just blend in the background, I guess. I don't know. Just one of those things. Some people are like that, they just blend in. And that's my life. I try to blend in as much as possible. I really like the anime Eminence in the Shadows. Or is it Shadow? You know the one I'm talking about. It's an isekai trash. I really like the idea of doing things from the shadows. Supporting people from the shadows. Pulling strings from the shadows. I really don't have a need to be recognized for anything I do. And I don't want to be, you know? I don't mind just being in the shadows. I think that's pretty cool, you know? Right? Wait, Erie is from Australia. Didn't know that. That's cool. There's one specific area in the country that snows in winter. Yeah, I thought there was one in Australia. Again, it's been a long time since I studied geography, and geography is a few letters away from what I actually studied anyway, you know? Yes, I'm Australian. Imagine having friends. Layla. Well, you know what, Layla? We're friends, aren't we? If you don't mind having an old man as a friend, we'll be friends. Okay? You have friends? We can all be friends here. Yeah? Breaking my heart here. Hyde is Hey Arnold. I really liked Hey Arnold as a kid. Like, here's a fun fact. Dino Spumoni. You remember Dino Spumoni? That was the guy that, the records that Hey Arnold's Arnold used to listen to was Dino Spumoni. And that's based off of Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra. One of my favorite genres of music. This is a really complicated sentence. Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra are my favorite crooners. There, I said it. And that's very basic taste, but I'm Italian, so I have to say that, right? What do you want from me, you know? That's just what's expected. I hope we can be friends. We are friends. Heh, nice break his heart more. This dinosaur. What did I ever do to this dinosaur? I'm just speechless right now. Like, I've been talking for like 2 hours. I don't know how long my stream's been. An hour, 41 minutes. And this is the first time I've been speechless. Someone wants to break my heart. Like, what did I do? What kind of horrible person am I that this dinosaur wants my heart to break? What did I do to people? Can we be friends too? Oh, you're asking her. Oh, I see. I see how it is. Fine, okay. Well, Hyde's going back to his list now. Now that you've broken his poor little heart. And we're gonna talk about, the cute old man niche on YouTube, right? So, you saw the BFE video. People didn't like it, but I think I saw a glimmer of what I might be able to do. And that's provide cute old man content, right? Because, you know, I'm old, and, I can be fairly cute, right? Would you kindly watch some videos about fiber supplements? How do you feel about the, topic of back pain? You'd watch me, right? Wouldn't you? Pretty please? Please? I liked it. Well, thank you for saying so. Hyde bros, we lose this one. I don't know what you lost, but I hope you find it. You know what you did? Teach you to mess with me. I don't know what I did. If I did something, I apologize. Like, Hyde is a very dense man, so social relationships are just completely beyond me. Again, I've spent the last 8 years isolating myself. If I've done something wrong, please tell me. Because, ignorance is not a sin, but I do not like being ignorant. So if I am, let me know. Yeah. I would appreciate that. Communication's very important. I would say communication is the #1 thing for navigating any social action. If you can nail communication, you're golden. Yeah. Right? Right. I literally liked it. I just don't comment because... Yeah, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say, please, to the female friends out there, yeah, do not feel obligated to like or comment the weird content, you know? The content that is made for, you know, that angle of things. If you like it, I am happy you do. Feel free to watch it. But you're probably better off not commenting or liking or any of that, you know? For your own sake, please. Watch out for yourselves. There are some weird people. And it's not that they're in the wrong so much as it's just... people are like that, you know? Some have expectations. And I guess we're all trying to be... I don't know... idols, in a sense. Just consider it, you know? You don't have to. I appreciate the thought. Yeah. What else do we have here? I can't say anything, everyone is alright. Yeah, exactly. Aside from me unable to associate balloons with, Junji Ito, Stephen King, yeah. Audio quality, thank you. I really improved it. Again, I will probably link the original for you all to laugh at. Probably you know where. I will repost the unlisted link, and you can hear me eating my microphone. Right in your little ear holes, yeah? Yeah, right in your little ear holes. Yeah. Hyde is getting pretty tired. We've not really gotten through the list. I think we could go a little bit longer, though. Maybe at most another 20 minutes. But yeah. It sucks to try and support you. Well... Long Zatsu, you've done well, thank you. Listen, I'm gonna be real serious right now. I'm gonna drop this. We're going back to Hyde. Because we're not playing Minesweeper anymore, are we? This has just turned into pure Zatsu. Hyde's coming back out, and Hyde wants you all to know that I appreciate you, okay? And I know supporting others is sometimes tough, and it really isn't either of our faults. It isn't on us. It's not you. It's not me. It's just expectations, right? There are these social expectations as personalities online. As your friend, I recognize that you're supporting me as a friend, but others don't know that I'm your friend, right? So, what they're seeing is something completely different from what we're seeing or experiencing. And I'm sorry that that happens, I really am. I don't want you to feel obligated to actually do that if it's hurting you, you know? I don't want you to feel bad if not doing it makes you feel bad, you know? What am I trying to say? Don't feel bad if you can't support me on a video. I understand, I really do. I'm not going to be offended. I just truly want people to be happy. And if supporting me causes you distress, do not do it. I will be fine. Hyde is a very... Stoic isn't the right word. I'm very... self-confident isn't quite right, but that's the closest, right? A little bit of hurt here or there isn't going to hurt Hyde as much as it will hurt anyone else, okay? I can take it. I've got thick skin. There we go. That's the one. I've got thick skin. Very thick. Rubbery. Should have switched back to Jekyll for that one. Let's check chat. Let's see. Everything I do is always wrong. Oh, again, it's not you. I understand. I understand. Saw the UI. Apologies. Apologies. I had to switch. It really sucks, you know? Like, let me readjust this microphone. I understand that we're all just trying to be supportive friends to one another. But some people don't get that. They see what they want to see. They like causing drama. And Hyde isn't about causing drama. Hyde isn't about engaging in drama. If I see drama, 90% of the time, I will ignore it, or I will try and stop it. But trying to stop it usually ends up worse than ignoring it. There's not really much you can do, right? You gotta take a page out of the Stoics book and say, I can't control the world. I can only control my reaction to it, right? Whatever comes to life, right? Oh, I can't stop thinking about that post now. Right? Right. Yeah. You gotta take a book out. Yeah, you gotta take a book. Take a book out of the library, read it, bash it over the head of someone who's causing you pain. That's what would make me feel better, yeah? Yeah. If you people weren't being hurt unceremoniously, unnecessarily. Hyde does not like seeing his friends hurt. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I'm not a kind man. People get the wrong impression about me. I treat others well because I have manners, and I respect them as people. but I am not a kind man. If you make me angry, I will be very upset. Yes, yes. Now we're going back to, there we go. No UI this time, right? Yeah. If only people were less stupid, yeah, but even when I ignore it, it breaks me. Do I have to switch back to Hyde already? Maybe this was a bad idea, to be honest. You know, what can I say to that? Part of me wants to tell you that you're your own person, and we all know what's going on here, okay? Like, we're all friends. So, I will support your choice, whatever choice you make. And as long as you're happy, I'm happy. That's how Hyde feels, okay? And if you're not happy, then Hyde is very unhappy. Especially at the people making you unhappy. That's how Hyde feels. And that goes for anyone I consider a friend. So, yeah, Hyde was very unhappy today and yesterday. And I think that showed a little bit through some posts. Yeah, especially on my Twitter. I think I posted a nice image there for people. But I'm just one man, right? What can I do? You know? I want people to be happy. And if you're not happy, then I'm not doing my job right. You know? But I really can't control what others do. I can only control what I can control. My actions. So if you ever feel unhappy, and you need to talk about it, you know where to find me. I am always available for friends. Like, I can put work aside, it will not bother me. I would rather people get the support they need than not have it. You know? Like, I find it strange if I'm the only support you have, but if I am the only support you have, then by all means, talk to me. You know? It's not that hard a concept. You're not bothering me. I would be much more bothered if I found out later that you needed help or support and you didn't come to me. That makes me feel bad when that happens. Yeah. So yeah. Go on with your list, please. I don't know. What's even on my list anymore? Okay, let's check my list. What do we got? We got, why am I easier to talk to some people? Yeah, well, I don't have ulterior motives. We're switching back to Jekyll. So, you can have this list of things open. Let me move that out of the way. Let me just... whoop. There we go. Breaking the fourth wall. So there's the list. Yeah, the thing about people is a lot of them have ulterior motives. I've been reclusing myself for 8 years. So that means I do not have ulterior motives when I talk to people. When I talk to people, it is legitimate interest in the people themselves. I want to hear about you. I want to know who you are. What do you like? What do you dislike? What makes you unique? Because if you're not showing something unique, then, are you really being you? You know what I mean? I don't think you are. So that's why I'm always, despite being so reserved, Hyde is always open about who he is. I don't mind being open. You can have my soul, you can see it for all eyes to bear witness, you know? That's the kind of person I am. I will share it. You just have to ask. But, yeah. Most people have ulterior motives. I think people can intuitively feel it when they do. There's a certain sense of offness to those interactions, and I have experienced that my whole life, right? Because again, my oldest brother, true psychopath. Juice box is empty. That went right down the throat. Not the right way, though. Yeah, So, I don't like what my brother did. My psychopathic brother, right? Let me just move this over a little bit more. He manipulated people, and he tried to get his way all the time. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. So, what I try to do is close that window because I don't want that open. I just try to be sincere with people. I think that's why I'm easier to talk to. I'm not really looking for anything from you other than to just talk to you. Because again, I've been reclusing myself for 8 years. I've probably driven myself a little bit more insane than I already was. Yeah, probably. So, yeah, if I talk too much, or if you want to talk less, just tell me so. I'm not going to be offended. Yeah. What else is on the list? I think we're almost done with the list, actually. He is the most supportive person. What are you telling lies about Hyde in his own chat? What's wrong with you people? Sounds so nice. Big hugs. He's the most supportive person. Why are you telling these disgusting lies about Hyde in his own chat? Like, what's wrong with you people? This is supposed to be me making fun of Hyde, exposing his darkest, deepest secrets. Truly is, you have no idea. Jekyll feels weird now. You're making Jekyll feel weird. Which is tough to do, because Jekyll already is weird. But this is the end of the list. Yeah, okay. We'll talk about this one, and I think we'll call it a night. I think, everybody has a little bit of good in them. And I try to find it in the conversations I have. I think that's really the most interesting part of people. Like, I know some of us have discussed this before, in private. But I see people like, they're like boxes, right? And in the middle of this really dark box is this little shining globe of light. That's the goodness in them. That's the uniqueness. That's their own little self. And I really like seeing that. I like seeing how unique people can be. I'm a bit of a weirdo. Yeah. It's it's a collector's instinct, yeah? To see or be the first to see something new. Like when I fossil collect, I am always thrilled when I fossil collect, and I pick up a rock with a fossil in it, and I'm like, hey, look at this. No one's seen this in 392 million years. I'm the first human to see it. Now, there is an element to that in why I search for the good in people, but it's also because I just like seeing people happy, you know? It makes me feel happy, and there's selfishness in that. So don't call me a good person, because it's not that. It's selfish. I like seeing people happy for selfish reasons. It makes me happy. That's how I feel. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really read from this, did I? Bean in a box. What was I thinking? Bean sprout? That's like a poor analogy, isn't it? Yeah, people are like bean sprouts. You eat them up on salads. Most of my friends have been women in life. Also true. Weird. I don't know why. But, no, don't save. I'm not gonna need these notes ever again. That's gone. I don't need it. Hyde is really tired and, out of nicotine, which is both bad. Huh? Analogy? Truly is, you have no idea. Truly evil people are exceptionally rare. Yes, they are. I have never... I have rarely met truly evil people. Rarely. At least not completely evil people. But I always get a vibe. Yeah. Like, I'm pretty good at judging people. I hope you can tell. I hope you can tell by now that, my words are not empty. That I truly do have a good eye for judging people. And if I say you're a good person, those words are sincere. I mean it. If I say I like your company, I mean it. If I say I enjoy conversations with you, I mean it. If I say I like your content, I mean it. If I say you're a good person, I mean it. Okay? Okay? Right? Right? Do you get it? Do all of you get it? I feel like there are so many people, though. Well, unfortunately, good people are often targeted by those few bad apples. That's just what, being good's about, I guess. People will try and take advantage of you. And that's part of the reason I reclused myself for 8 years. I was just tired of it. I didn't have it in me anymore to keep giving. Not because it was unrewarding, the act of giving itself, but because at some point you just don't have much left to give, you know? Whoa, I think my model froze there for a second. Very sleepy Jekyll. Yeah, I think this is about it. If anyone has any questions, we might have those saved for another. Because, how long has the stream been going? 2 hours. My longest public stream yet. The one that hasn't been nuked. Yes, good stream. I had fun. We're gonna call it here. It was very fun having you all here chat with me. I didn't expect it. It was a pleasant surprise. I didn't really get to speak on the list exactly how I wanted. But you saw it. You saw my words. The words were better than I could speak. I'm not good at speaking. I'm better at writing. Yeah. Unusually long Hyde stream. Yeah. The nicotine usually gets me before this. But I'm glad everyone could make it. Lots of people are bad, but usually out of ignorance or lack of thought. Yeah, it's not evil if they're ignorant or not thinking. It's just not good. Thank you for the stream. You're welcome. Thank you for the stream. You're welcome. Thank you for the stream. You're welcome. Thanks for the stream. You're welcome. Thank you all. Hold on a second. Let's do this. Unusually large Hyde. You don't usually get to see my model in full detail like this, do you? Yeah. Like, I have red eyes. Most people don't know that. They think I have black eyes. No, they're red. Huge Hyde. Thank you all for coming. Threatening aura. Well, I am attacking London. Thank you all for coming. It was a pleasure having you all for this first Zatsu Minesweeper stream. Yeah, I thought it was fun. Hopefully I'll see some of you again. In your own streams or mine. I don't care. It was fun. Thank you all for coming. And, Hyde... Oop, that's the wrong screen. Gonzo. Hyde out. Bye-bye all. Yes, they are red.